and talkers. Let me see. I'm trying to get you all even. One is lower. Is that yippee? Hello, welcome in. All right, tubers, I'm trying to get y'all up some so I can look at least on the same level. All right, tubers. So I got y'all on the same level. What going on? What going on this lovely day? Welcome in if you are just joining. I am Coach. Hey, Lisa, how are you? I am Coach Robin Renee, your mindful movement guide through your Pilates journey. But on Sundays, I am your hostess in the self-care suite. And this is where we come to kick off our shoes, relax our feet, and exchange. Hey, just Tasha Shop, how are you? And we exchange youthful, sustainable, low cost or no cost self care strategies. I'm trying to make sure I got you all both in view. And I told you all, oh, well, let me finish that. So we share those self care strategies with one another. I'm not coming here in a teaching capacity to tell you what to do or how to do it. Happy Sunday to you as well. Welcome in, welcome in. Let us know where you're coming in from. Hey, House of Flow Wellness. So we're sharing ideas. We're exchanging ideas. I'm not coming in a teaching capacity to tell you what to do and how to do it. I can share some things that have worked for me with my self-care, and you're free to take those things to put into your self-care arsenal, treasure chest, toolbox, whatever you call it, backpack. Also, you can share things that have worked for you or things that used to work for you that no longer work no more. Hey, I am well today. Thank you so much for getting the heart me. Thank you so much, so much. And yeah, so our financial challenges should not stop us from investing in our wellness every single day. You should be doing something for your self-care every single day. Thank you so much for the heart me. I got to be careful because I heard some creaking, so I haven't been, I'm in my hammock. So I haven't been in my hammock in a while, in a long while. So yeah, I heard some creaking. I hope everything is in order. I hope everything is in order. But if I crash out, y'all know what happened. But I'm not up that high. Maybe 3 feet. Maybe 3 feet. I'm not up real high. So we ain't even claiming that. We ain't even claiming that. We coming here, we chilling. And we are talking about what? How you let us know, is that Heidi Mount? Hey, let's see. Um, okay, so tubers. Let me let you guys know something. We're here. Okay, talkers, hold tight because you all are a little bit more familiar with this. But tubers, I wanted to let you guys know that this is a space where we come to discuss our self-care. So we want you to stay on task with the subject at hand. We're talking about self-care. We're talking about useful, sustainable strategies to improve your self-care. Now, what will begin to happen, we know sometimes the conversation will kind of go off the beaten path just a little bit, but we don't want to start off, on that. We're here for self-care. So I do want to let you guys know that on the tube. Talkers, you've been around for a while. You've been around for a while on the talk. So you got my back. Because listen, because my tubers be doing a little bit more than what we are here for to discuss. So I am going to have some messages filtered on the tube. Okay, it's 2:07 in the morning. Where are you, Zan? If it's 2:07 in the morning. Where are you? Where are you? You have a great day too, Brandon May. So actually, what I was going to talk about today, I mean, it's like a couple things because I did see, and let me know if this volume is okay with y'all. A couple things that I saw when people in Mozambique. Ooh, Africa. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. But I saw a few things posted that I did want to talk about. But initially, what I wanted to talk about was just being patient. Like, where are we in terms of patience? How patient are you when it comes to something? Or does it matter, like, what the thing is to determine how patient you'll be about it? And what I mean by that, like, say, for instance, there are some things like, I'm gonna use traffic. Traffic is kind of like this universal thing. So traffic, depending on where you are, I'm in the U.S. Let me blink. So you know I'm in America. We need help. We need help. I'm blinking. I'm in America. So I'm going to use traffic as an example. So with traffic, depending on where you are and where you're going, so there are certain cities. You got big cities. You got the coast. Right? You got LA. You got New York. You got the Midwest. You got Chicago. You got the South. You got Atlanta. So when you're in those spaces, traffic is kind of like a given, right? So it's a given that you're going to be in traffic. So your patience may be at a different level when it comes to being in one of those spaces because you allot for that to happen. But we do have those people, those road rage people, who get in traffic and know they're in traffic and then blow their horns. But you're in one of those spaces. You're in one of those places, and the traffic is an issue. But you get in there and you blow your horn. So that's like taking stuff to another level. So yeah. But I just want to talk about, like, do you have a standard of practice when it comes to Nikia? I'm not sure. Glamour boy, I'm not sure what that means. So do you have like a standard that you use or that you operate by when it comes to being patient? Like you're going to be patient no matter what because you know that eventually it'll work out, or is it determined by the situation? And so I was just thinking about that in terms of a situation that I'm not gonna say I've been going through, but just an experience. I'll just say that just an experience where the situation didn't land the way that I would have initially planned it, or I did initially plan it. And then I had to realize, okay, let me dial this back because now that is not, what am I going to do in the process while I'm waiting for it to unfold? And it's not bad, it's not a bad thing, but what am I doing in the process while this situation is unfolding, right? So patience is determined a lot by the attitude that you have while you're waiting. So you can be patient, be made to be patient by just being made to wait. And then that's sometimes when people blow their top. I'm being careful, y'all, because I heard some creaking before I got up here. So let's just hope. And I might get down and get in the chair. I don't know. Because like I said, I haven't been up here in a while. But so no, we're talking about self-care. Okay, Jay. All right. See, tubers, I wanted to keep you all on here. I really did. And if you're new here, we are talking about self-care and the things that you do for self-care. So I am going to have some comments filtered. And I thought we had a thing going. I thought we was getting it together. Hello, hello. Is that Xylem Ponytails? Hey, and NBA Man 212. Hello, hello, hello. So there are some situations where you are made to be patient, and then there are some where you choose to be patient. So that's what I was, just talking about and just wondering, how my day is going. It's going good. It's going good. I mean, I decided to come outside. I told the people I would bring you outside when we come in for the self-care suite. And so, but today I'm not walking. So typically we're walking somewhere, but we're not walking today. We're stationary, but we're outside. So as long as the weather is warm and, it's conducive and, we got some sunshine, and even if we don't have sunshine, we just have some good temps and we're not getting rained on, I'm gonna come outside. Hey Juju, how are you? Hey Layla, how are you? I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so Caleb, you may be talking to someone else. So can patience be a part of your self-care toolbox or yeah, we got a sunny day, sunny day, sunny day. Can it be a part of your toolbox by your choice? Like, have you thought to, let me reframe that. Have you thought to pack patience in your self-care toolbox or self-care backpack, your self-care arsenal, whatever it is that you decide to call it? Have you put patience in as one of the tools that you will use for your self-care? Because sometimes, if you're impatient about some stuff, you can get. Yes, I definitely believe so, because stress is a domino effect. Yes, you've made a choice to be patient. Yes, 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 yes. Xylem Pilates. Okay, so here's the question over here. Do you what do you go by? You go by another name on another social media channel, because you might have seen me post something about that. So no matter what, because it'll work out, and breathing helps a lot too. Okay, so you pack patience and breath work. That's good stuff. House of Flow Wellness. So Xylem Ponytail. So I got a tuber who asked me, do I prefer authentic Pilates or aesthetic Pilates? So I think Xylem Ponytail is somebody else on another social media app, but that's okay. I prefer authentic. And the reason why I say authentic Pilates over aesthetic Pilates is because it's not about the look for me. The look of what something is more or less about you doing it the right way and the way Mr. Pilates intended it and just following his guideline, following his principles. And from my understanding, the man was pretty arrogant, and his attitude was, "We know the answer, right?" That's what I'm saying. I think Xylem Ponytails is from over here on the top, but that's okay. I love the question because I don't have a problem answering that. But Mr. Pilates is like, "Don't be doing my exercises if you're not gonna do them right." He didn't say that. I'm saying it like that. But I understand where he's coming from because he created the exercises to give a certain outcome of the exercises. And so if you're just coming in and you're doing something that you see or something that you saw that was cute, are you really doing the excuse me, are you really doing the exercises authentically? And I don't get into the thank you so much, Monita. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Monita Bonita for the follow. So are you doing it the way that he intended it, or are you doing it to be cute so you can take some pictures and all those sorts of things? So I say aesthetic. I mean, authentic. Authentic over aesthetic. Aesthetic is not my thing. Aesthetic is not my thing at all. Because different bodies are going to look different ways doing the same thing. So that's another part of that too. So I prefer authentic Pilates. And I don't get into the East Coast, West Coast, what I call it, the classical contemporary battle. I don't get into that. I don't get into that. I don't get into that. I mean, they have their reasons for the way that they are, but I will say this. Some forms of contemporary Pilates are so far removed from the authentic Pilates or classical, just for the sake of this conversation, that it like, why are you even calling it Pilates? You ain't even doing Pilates no more. You just out there making up stuff. You just doing stuff. So yeah, if it gets that far and it's aesthetic, yeah, I say thumbs down on that. And then also, people think that Pilates is separated. Hey, Nicole, Tiny, welcome in. People think Pilates is separated. It's not. So there is no mat Pilates. There is no reformer Pilates. There is no barrel Pilates. Now, those are different sections or sectors of Pilates, but Pilates is the entire system. So if you're deciding that you're going to do Pilates and you're starting off with one thing over another, that's a little different. But not like, I just want to do jump board, or I just want to do Cadillac, or I just want to do ladder barrel. Like that, it's not separated like that. At least it wasn't separated like that when Mr. Pilates created the system. And I'm hoping that that's making sense. You all let me know if this volume is fine, because I don't have a mic on either one of you. I just turned up the volume on my devices. So let me know if this is sounding right. And my arms got sunburned. I was outside yesterday and at a outdoor vendor market, and yeah, I got burned. It felt good being outside though. I'm telling you, I'm outside. I'm outside. So that was a good question. Xylem ponytails, that was a good question, but I prefer authentic Pilates, and it's because that's what the man intended. He created the exercises to help to heal people. And if you start to go and do other stuff, then yeah, that sun, it ain't no joke. But I love it. I burn like at the very beginning of the summer. So I I'm not gonna say get all that out of the way, but like the very beginning of the summer, and it's really bad, on my arms a lot of times when I'm driving too. But once I get over that, the first couple weeks, once the sun is really hot and high, I can take it. So I guess that's my protection, it's my melanin. I might be lightly melanated, but yeah, I'm there. I'm on that side. So once my skin has started to get used to it being out, because I'm still going out, but I got my sleeves over here too. I may end up putting them on, but I do have sleeves. I have sun sleeves that I put on that have like these little cooling tabs in them. So I do wear those as well. But I like being outside. I really do. I like being outside. So yeah, so that's what we were talking about. But then I saw something before I came on here. So patience was what I wanted to talk about. And so I saw something right before I came on here. And so there's this creator, and I wish I would have screenshotted or saved. I don't know if I saved her video or not, but she was talking about how people come on these apps. In particular, she was talking about the talk because it was on the talk. I don't know if the same thing happens on the tube, but you all let me know of how people come on the app and they see celebrities on the app and they'll immediately jump into a celebrity's live, and then they're gifting this person, and the person is not even acknowledging. They're not even acknowledging that they're getting a gift from them. This is Raja Kumar. Welcome. Wait. Okay, I'm guessing you all are talking to each other. I'm not sure. Okay, tubers. I might have to let y'all go. I thought we had a good thing. No, I have not watched Squid Game. Okay, so I'm gonna hang tight, talkers. I might have to let my tubers go. I thought we had a good thing going. We were doing good for the last couple of months. We were doing good for the last couple of months. Is that Shy XXX? Hello, hello, hello. I'm hoping I can. Yeah, they cutting up over here, child. They cutting up over here on the tube. I thought we were good too, but y'all been doing good since like around Easter. So it's been a couple of months. Y'all been doing good. Hey, Haley, how are you? How are you? And that's Lindy Black. Is it Lindy Black Girl? Hey, yeah, they cutting up. Yeah, the tubers over here cutting up, cutting up, cutting up. So I'm hoping you all okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Haley. So we're gonna. All right, I'm trying to filter these comments. So yeah, I'm not sure. So anyway, so she was talking about. Okay, all right, tubers. I do appreciate you all for being here, but it looks like I may not be able to stay. I'm in the U.S. I'm in the U.S. I'm in the U.S. I'm blinking twice. Yeah, I'm. It's a lot of these comments going through. Okay, talkers, hold tight. I may just end up just letting my tubers go. I'm trying to hang in because I do have some people who are on the tube who are actually genuinely wanting to be here, and yeah, they coming in. I'm gonna have to let them go. All right, sorry. So any of my tubers, if you do have the talk, I would say come over. Okay, so yeah, so I think they're trying to get my account flagged over here because somebody's talking about cussing and I ain't said like one cuss word. They're telling me to stop cussing. So yeah, and then they're cussing. Yeah, okay. All right. I am. Thank you so much. Is that Shy XX? Thank you so much. But I'm hoping I can stay over here on the tube because I do know that I have some people who don't have the talk. They don't have other social media platforms, and I'm only on the talk and the tube right now. And so I do. I would like to hang around for you all, but I don't subject myself to nobody's shenanigans, malarkey, and foolishness. And I have no absolute no need or no desire or no wishes like what this creator was talking about. No wishes or desires to please people on that level that I'm just gonna sit here and listen to anything that you type in and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna report you, I'm gonna block you, and then if it keeps coming through, then I'm just gonna sign off. I'm not into that. I'm a little bit too old for that. I'm a little bit too old for that. So is that Cat Silva? Welcome in, welcome in. So what she was talking about. So what the creator was talking about. This is on the top. So she was talking about how you have small creators who are on these different social media apps, and you know they put a lot of heart, a lot of energy, a lot of soul in the content that they create and stuff that they post. Very educational. You just went over there to regulate. Thank you so much, because they doing a lot. They doing a lot over there. They were doing so good though for the last 2 months. Thank you so much, House of Flow Wellness. And so her point was that when you have small creators that are doing the things that they need to do, you know, to educate, either educate, what is it, like educate, entertain, so you're teaching, entertaining, motivating, and it's another one, like the pillars that you're doing on these different platforms. And so the small creators are doing those things, but then you have people who just scroll past their content. But then you have a celebrity who may come on, and I've seen it. I've seen celebrities come on and they don't be doing us. They just, I ain't gonna say, oh Lord, should I take that back? I don't know if I should use my forgive me, Lord, for that. But anyway, but I've seen this. So I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say they ain't doing nothing because sometimes they are doing something. They may be just doing their hair, or like their makeup, or they may be eating and just sitting there looking at the camera talking about what y'all doing. Is it cottonwood? Yeah, something blowing. Don't do that. Don't do that. And so that's what, and I've seen it. I've seen celebrities on live, and they'll do that, and you just see like gifts, all kind of stuff, just flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. And so what her point was that people will jump onto those lives and send all kind of gifts, right? So they're sending all kind of gifts, which is money. So tubers on the top, they have gifts. If you don't know, so they have these gifts. They're like these digital gifts, and they come in the form of like animations. I guess I can call it that, like animations. So it could be a bouquet of flowers, or it could be some balloons, or it could be a crown, or what else have I seen? Hearts. Like it could be all these different things, and it's this digital currency. Oh, a cardinal. Hey, y'all know what that means if you see a cardinal? And my people. There's one of my people up there. But anyway, and so they'll just give up all of these gifts to the celebrities, and in the process, the celebrity is just either just still sitting there eating, or still just sitting there looking, and still sitting there talking, and they don't even acknowledge the person. Like they don't acknowledge the people. And so what she was talking about, she was a scientist, and so she was talking about how information is being provided, especially from professionals like that, right? So if you have a professional like that that's offering you some life-saving information, you would rather go and give money to a celebrity who's sitting there eating. And so you're paying the celebrity to sit there and eat and not acknowledge you, and you just keep giving them your money. You keep giving them, those gifts. And maybe there was a little frustration, on her part. Of course, we got in her comments and, we just, offering some encouraging words, but she's right. I've seen it. I haven't seen everybody and every celebrity, that's on here, but it is, the psychology, right? I'm a psychology major, so it's like the psychology of the human mind, is wanting that connection, right? You're wanting that connect. Hey, Teresa Elliott, how are you? Thank you for joining. Let us know where you're joining in from, and if you're on the talk, I would greatly appreciate it if you tap on the screen, share it out to let people to come into this live. Just like if you found me, so if you found me on the FYP, let me know. So if you found me on the FYP, send it out for some other people to find on the FYP. So what I'm looking at is the psychology behind wanting community to the extent that you're willing to sacrifice, or maybe not. Maybe it's not a sacrifice. Maybe you do have, $20, $30 for, every celebrity you get on and you want to, give these gifts to. But the more you give, does that make them acknowledge you more, or is it just the more that you give? And then do you feel, or are people feeling more of a connection because they gave more gifts? So I don't know. I got it. I totally got it where she was coming from when it comes to, creating. Hey, Leprechaun, thank you for joining. I totally got it, from where she was coming from. And so what I do, when I'm, either when I'm on live or if I'm posting something, I do wonder, like, what is it about if someone is asking you to tap on the screen? Like, what is it about that person asking you to tap on the screen that makes you not do it? Like, I don't know. If they're saying, okay, if you tap on the screen, this will help me get a little bit further out. And so I'm just trying to figure out. Thank you so much for sharing the live House of Flow Wellness. Like, what is it that makes people not do that? Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Now, what I will share about my live journey before I started going live, I didn't know. Now, this is something I didn't know. So I have to, take the responsibility on this end now to help other people to understand, because this is something that I didn't know when I first started taking the talk a little bit more seriously, and I would go into different live rooms. I didn't know about this little heart here, what that means. If you click on that heart, I didn't know what that means. I didn't know that tapping on the screen. So I was just watching because I thought I was supposed to come on there and just watch. But then when the host is starting to explain what those things mean, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I can do that. If I'm going to listen. So even if you're just coming in and you just listen to a conversation, you're being weird. I'm just being honest. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, you're being weird. If you just come in and you just watching and you just sitting there watching, and I'm guessing that this is a simple task. I don't know. But I'm guessing if you came into the person's live, there was some way that you had to tap on your screen somewhere in order to get into the person's live. So you know how to tap on the screen. That's the point that I'm trying to make. You know how to tap on the screen, but why is it that when the host is asking, can you continue to tap on the screen, like, what's the issue? And that's what kind of throws me. So I don't know. So like I said, when I first started coming into, into the lives, like, I didn't know, what the heart me was. I would hear him just say, get your daily heart me, get your daily heart me. I'm like, well, what is it doing for me? I mean, I don't know about no heart me. Why am I getting a heart me? Is that Damara Lynn? Welcome in. Let us know where you are chiming in from, what side of the globe, not your address. Is what side of the globe that you're chiming in from. Thank you so much for liking the live. Thank you so much for sharing the live. So I didn't know the protocol. So there's this one live host. I love her dearly. I mean, I follow her. I didn't know in the beginning because I was like, dang, she kind of cold. Because she was like, if I find out, and when I go look at my analytics, that's Leon. He went somewhere. Hey, Leon, if you're still in here. But then she would say, I'm going to go and I'm going to look at my analytics. And if you were in my, hey, Soul Stretch, how are you? And Champagne, ooh, you jumped past. I got bugs flying around me, y'all. And so she would say, when I go in there, Morales, thank you for joining. She would say, when I go and look at my analytics, and I'm going to see if you were sitting in my live more than 30 minutes and you never tapped the screen, I'm blocking you. And I used to be like, dang, she kind of cool. She's kind of cold. I love her though. I love her. I mean, I'm still, connected with her, in her room. But I've learned so much from her. But now I understand her frustration. I didn't understand it in the beginning because I was just starting, to watch the live. And I'm like, well, she is, she's providing some information. And I think people are going to benefit from the information. But what she understood was how the talk worked and how the analytics worked on the talk. And it is very important. So now that I'm learning more about, so that's Dink Dawn, welcome in. I am learning a little bit more about the importance. So it's the importance of tapping on the screen, the importance of sharing the live, the importance of getting that daily heartbeat. Now, I'll tell you something about this, about that daily heartbeat. If you don't want to get a host nothing, like you like, I'm not helping them out. So remember, we just talked about this celebrity. You'll go and get a celebrity money. You just don't want to give a small creator money. Hit the heart me because you ain't giving it to them. You are not giving it to the host. Guess who you giving it to? You giving it to the platform. That's 1 penny. That heart costs 1 penny. But what it does is it sends the message to the platform. So you don't have it over here on the tube, but on the top, you have it on there, but it sends the message to the platform. Okay, well, we got this live host that's on now, and let's share this out. So that's what it is. So if you don't want to give the live host nothing, hit that heart. You ain't giving them nothing. Because they can't get part of a penny. You can't get part of a penny. And so you have people who are on here, just like going back to what the scientist was talking about, that creator was talking about, how people give up their money to celebrities, but not to a small creator who will appreciate it, who was, thank you personally, who will see your name, who may send you a message. And you got these celebrities that just sitting there eating. They just eating and talking. Or I've seen these lives too, where celebrities are on and they're talking to each other, like they're just like, it's like the live is just in a room, like the camera is just in a room, and you still see the gifts, people trying to give the celebrity the gifts, and they're not, I ain't gonna say they're not because I don't know them people. I was about to say they ain't think about us, but whatever. I mean, but some people do that. So I do want to share what I have learned about being in a live room, and so that way I can be blocking people. So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn how to do those analytics. I'm gonna learn how to go back and how to watch them, because I have seen some names that are familiar. Because I know how to go in and see, who's been in my life. But I've seen some names that are familiar, but I didn't really look into the activities. But I understand. I understand where she's coming from. So I'm like, ew, should I be doing that? Should I do that? I'm out here like Urkel. Should I? Hey, Crystal, how are you? Should I be doing that? Right? But I understand her frustration that you're gonna come on here and you're just looking. You just coming into the live and you just looking like you ain't communicating with nobody else in the live. And I'm not saying you gotta communicate with everybody in there. You're not saying hi to the host when you come in. That's rude. It's like you going to somebody's house and you don't say hi when you come to the house. You just coming in it. You just coming in there. Now, if you out on the porch, because I'll be out on the porch sometimes too. I ain't even laugh. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Sometimes I'll be on the porch sometimes, Well, I'll watch the live from the outside first and see what they're talking about before I go in. So that's okay, if you want to do that. Ty Rouse or Ty Roos. Hey, Brian, how are you? Welcome in. So sometimes I do that, just to get a vibe for what's going on or see if that's a live that I want to participate in. But once you've come into the room, it's just polite, you know. If you didn't learn, because not everybody learned that, but it's just polite when you walk into someone's space, and even though this is a virtual space, you are still entering into someone's space. You speak to the host. Like you speak to the host of, is that Maureen Scott? Welcome in, welcome in. Shaya Wanique, welcome in. Let us know what side of the globe you're chiming in from. Y'all got gnats and all kind of stuff. But I'm a G though. I'm gonna hang in here for y'all because I told y'all we was going outside. As long as it was warm, we going outside. So I'm gonna hang in here for y'all. But yeah, so when you come in, you're speaking. So the word HI, that's enough. Like if you just put hi in, you're speaking. The tapping on the screen also lets the platform know, at least on the talk, it doesn't happen on the tube. So there's not the virtual gifts or whatever on the tube. So it's a little different. And that's actually one of the things I do like about the tube. But it is letting the platform know. One is letting the host know that you like what they're talking about. That's liking the live. And then another, sorry, talkers, I kicked y'all. But it's also letting the platform know that, you have people who are in this space who like what the live host is talking about. And so that at least gives that host an opportunity. So it's not always about money. It's not always about you giving someone, your money each time you come into a live. Because I got kind of caught up in that too. Now, listen. Look, let me talk about my financial self-care. I don't know why I'm telling y'all all this, but I'm going to tell you. So can you make you an admin over so you can mute some of these people? Oh, how do I make you an admin? Okay, so go back over to House of Flow Wellness and then let me know it's you, and then I'll see if I can click on your name and how do I make you an admin. So if you go back over there. Oh, so maybe that's what I need to do. I have black privilege in America. Ah, Brian and Liz, let me help you out. See, talkers, I gotta help this tuber out. But yeah, I'm chilling. You too much and you don't want the good people to pay. Yeah. Okay, I didn't even see all these. Block. Okay, Brian and Liz. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot going on over here on the tube. Okay, how you're new. That's the outside is 34. Hey, so you once knew someone he was gay, I'm sure. Okay, so Simon B. I'm not sure. Okay, my tubers. I mean, because I actually like the tube. Who's a black woman with too much power? Y'all got a lot going on over here. Lord Jesus. Okay, talkers, thank you for being patient with me. Hey, thank you so much. Is that TFC True Blue 23? If screaming, I would donate. Y'all got a lot. Thank you so much, Raspberry Pie. Thank you so much. The cheekbones are a hereditary gift. I don't know what you're talking about, Manufan 17. I don't know what. Okay, yep. So yeah, so YouTube, I am tube Y2 tubers. I am trying to get this one, build a bigger community over here. You put here, I am okay. Now I can't. Okay, let me go down and see. Hey, Auntie, who is this? Nate Tate. Hey, I don't know. That's a niece or nephew. Let me see. Okay, let me. Y'all got a lot going on over here. Oh, they got a lot going on. Okay, talkers. I cannot read this stuff out loud, but tubers, y'all got a lot going on. It's a green. No, this is not a green screen. This is not a green screen. No, we outside. We outside for real. It's not. I guess it does look. Actually, it looks like that on the top, but no, this is like for real. This is. Let me see if a rabbit runs through, or if the neighbor's dog come out. No, it's not. It does, and I see what you're saying. It does look like a green. This is not a green screen though. It is not. It is not a green screen. Oh, you said, but you know it's not. Okay. Okay. What's up, North Carolina? Lil Wayne's childhood yard. No, that is not. Uh, Letha Boo, hello, hello. Yash, hello. Okay, I am well. Okay, yep, we're gonna send up prayers for we just praying for people in general. Okay, Antoine, you're a small creator. Yep. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I see you House to Flow Wellness. So let me get okay. Talkers, thank you so much. Is it letting me? Oh, I got you. Managing standard. Okay, I got you. So House of Flow Wellness. All right, I got you. So you, girl, you're a manager. You're a manager now. I got you. Thank you so much. I don't know what this is. So y'all doing too much. Okay, so Dalton, I don't know what your issue is, but we're gonna try to help you out here so that you can kind of go somewhere else with this. So I'm not sure. That's not what we're doing here. We're sharing self-care glitchy edits. We're going to take you over there as well. We're going to send you somewhere. All right, talkers. Yeah, go ahead. I just made you a managing moderator, House of Flow Wellness. Thank you so much. I don't know who. There's no guy standing back there, so don't be playing game. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm trying to go through. So you're in the U.S. Yeah, blink twice. Blink twice if you're in the U.S. Okay, so lovely. I don't know what this means. I don't know what it is that you all have on here, but maybe the tube can pick it up while you all keep talking about the hand over the camera. That's like really weird. Okay, so anyway, so back to the behavior in coming in the room. Uh, yeah, we definitely gonna put you on the principals list. Okay, there we go. We're gonna put you on the principals list, Mr. YX or whatever. Yeah, Mr. M Watt X or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you gonna get filled in the principal's office. How about that? How about that? You know what I need y'all to do? MGM vlogs. I actually bought these from a creator in Memphis. They're copper. I just started wearing copper jewelry, and thank you so much. But yeah, I just got them. I got to clean them, so I do have to clean them. But thank you so much. But this is what I want to say. So talkers, y'all hold tight. You can hear the information, but I just want the tubers to know. Um, where 50 at? Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna put these people out. Yeah, they're being very inappropriate. Okay, I'm trying to filter through them. It's a lot. I don't know what this hand over the camera thing is. I don't know. It's a lot. Dang it. Okay. Tubers, I do appreciate you all for being patient, but this is like really ridiculous. And I did set my settings to. Hey, thank you so much, RD, for joining on my channel. I set it back a time ago when people were clowning over here for Kentucky. I'm in the Midwest. What's up, Kentucky? What's up, KY? We are in the Midwest, so we finally got some summertime around here. Oh, it's a lot of these comments. Oh my goodness, the clown show. Okay, don't just make anybody your mind. No, Chrissy, no, she's not just anybody. That's that's one of my people. That's one of my people from the top. So I don't just make anybody my mod. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, RD. I'm just getting down to these comments. Oh wow. Okay, so you take oregano oil and black seed oil to keep you healthy. Go right ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, House of Flow. Hello, RD. I got you. I see you now. Do I want a Bible verse? So we're gonna talk about some self-care. I don't know. So House of Flow Wellness, if you see the ones that keep talking about grabbing the camera and putting your hand on the camera, I don't know what they're talking about. So yeah. So if you can do something with them. So anyway, so coming back, so you got, I can continue. Thank you so much. So coming into the rooms, right? So if you're coming to the room, so like the polite thing to do if you're going into someone's room or someone's house is to say hello. So that's what I learned. So to say hello, because at first I was just watching. I didn't know. I was just coming in and I was listening to what the creator was talking about. But what I find out is, or what I'm finding out is when I started going live and started getting, the information and the analytics from the talk, they want you to go live for so many minutes and then get so many followers and have so much interaction. So there is a lot going on. So I do understand when the live hosts are getting frustrated, when they're getting frustrated with people coming in and exhibiting, oh, it's down here, exhibiting what I call white van, no windows, no logo behavior. That's what I call. So when you just coming in and you just looking, Nick Gurr, happy Nick. Okay, yep. Okay, you out of here. You out of here. You almost got me. You almost got me. You almost okay. Tubers. This is what I want you to do. Go down to whatever search engine that you look up. And look up 60636 before you come over here playing with me. I ain't want to play with. I ain't want to play with. You know, my pastor just said this at church. That like everybody that you see that's nice, that smiles, that's kind, and that's polite, basically, they not necessarily people you want to mess with, right? Because they got skills that you have no idea about. But yeah, my tubers who don't know, and my talkers too. But my talkers, I mean, you all are good. I mean, I haven't had issues like that on the talk. But my tubers, Google 60636 before you decide to come over here. And 312 is an area code. Google those things. Google or whoever y'all use. I don't know, Safari or Bing or whatever. Just go and look it up. Go and look it up online. In fact, look it up on all those different channels and tell me what you find. Go to 60636 to find out where that is. And area code 312. The original area code 312. And let me know what you find out when you come back and come is trying to get reckless, because you don't want that. You don't want that. Just like my pastor said, everybody that be smiling and be nice and kind. Don't think that you can just step to them any kind of way. Y'all know about them quiet ones at school? Y'all remember that? The quiet ones at school? And people keep on pushing them. They bust out on you like the Hulk or like Popeye. Like that's all I can stand and I can't stand no more. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know what the parents have been teaching them, or sometimes people just decide to do stuff because they want to do, they just want to do what they want to do. I'll just say that. So the quiet ones, listen, them quiet ones, that's some quiet storms, baby. Them quiet storms be coming like, look, I don't bother nobody. I'm just coming in here. I don't want no smoke, but you don't want none either. You don't want no smoke with me. You don't want no smoke with me. So again, so that heart me, that's what, when they say, if you hear someone, when you go into someone's room and they say, get your daily heart me. So what it also does, so not only does it let the platform know about the creator that's on there, but it also let them know that you are not a bot. This is just my guess. I don't know. I could be wrong. Troy, come on now. I need to pin you. Look, let me pin you, Troy. Let me pin you. If you got some more information, I'm gonna pin you. So people can get some information. If you got some more information about that neighborhood, I'm just saying. So like I said, before you decide that you want to come over here and get froggy in these comments, I'm loving it, Troy. Thank you so much for doing your due diligence and helping me out to let the people know. Hey, what's up from Scotland? Let the people know where I be from. Where I be from. Don't let my education or my new zip code fool you. I'm just saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm going to be here and I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the things that I said I was going to do. I'm going to build community. I'm going to pour into people. I'm going to help people, with their self-care. I'm going to be the guide that people need, along their Pilates journey. I'm going to do all of the things. And what I'm not going to do is put up with your shenanigans, malarkey, and foolishness. That's just not what I'm going to do. And why? You have to be, and this may be a judgment. Call me judgmental if you want. But you have to be on the spectrum of miserableness. And I know what I'm saying. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Carol. You got to be on that spectrum. You have to be on the spectrum of misery to just want to come and just pop off and just say any kind of thing to people who you don't even know, and then people who you don't know who they know. Because while you getting reckless in the comments, you don't know who looking you up. See what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know who people know. You don't know at all. So before you decide to do that, just breathe for a minute. Breathe for a minute and ask yourself, what is this going to benefit me if I go in there? Like, do you need attention to that extreme that you're willing to come to a person's platform who you don't even know? Right? Whether you know the subject or not, whether you're interested in the subject or not, and the fact that you're deciding you kick some people out. Okay, thank you so much. You caught up, okay? And run your mouth saying nothing. Exactly. You running your mouth saying nothing. So to me, that, and like I said, call me being judgmental. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna accept that. But I that's my opinion. Like, there has to be something off with you psychologically. Remember, I told you I got a degree in psychology. I mean, I love that. Like, that, my thing, is just understanding the why, understanding what motivates people to do the things that they do. I mean, I'm very interested, in motivates people to do what they do. Now, am I trying to come in? Oh, she got it. She said she's caught up. Thank you so much, Shaz. So everybody act right or go night night. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But most people who are either healing, healthy, whole, or working in the direction of those things to try and be better, to try and be a better person, are not into downing anybody, right? They're not into just showing up, just clowning, just like Miss Carol said in the comments. Hello, Lisa, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. This is the Self-Care Suite. I am Coach Robin Renee. I am your hostess in the Self-Care Suite. And this is where we come to kick off our shoes, relax our feet, and talk about the many ways to wellness. We also share, there's a plane going over here. There they go. We also share useful, sustainable, low cost or no cost strategies for self-care, because our financial challenges should not stop us from investing in our wellness account every single day. Like, we should be doing something for self-care every single day. I don't know if I have a favorite African country. I think I need to maneuver a little bit more around the continent. Thank you, South Africa, for joining. Yep, thank you, House of Flow Wellness, for helping out. But I do. I mean, that's my opinion. So I don't know if y'all let me know if that's being judgmental. But that's just how I feel. You got to be, something has to be off. Looks the way you spread confidence. Thank you so much, Payne. Thank you so much. So it says, hey, ma'am, you look wonderful today, and I hope you a great and a beautiful life. The way you do, I wanted to spread confidence and kindness. Yeah, I mean, you just be kind. You can be mean, but what does it benefit you? Now, if being mean benefits you, then okay, I guess. I guess if that's what you want to do. But if that's not what people are on, and then ask yourself, oh, this is what I want to say. Okay, wait, let me back up. So ask yourself, like, why? What's your motivation? What's your motivation for wanting to do that? For wanting to come in and get reckless in the comments? The other is, how will it benefit you, right? Because it may, for some people, it actually benefits them in some form because they may not have people. Hey, Antarctica. Hey, Omar, how are you from Antarctica? It may benefit, some people to be mean or to get reckless in people's comments because they don't have people to talk to. They may be, like, I don't know how old you all are, but I'm a '60s baby raised in the '70s. They might be like Billy. Y'all know Billy Goats grew up. Y'all know this story. And the troll was under the bridge. They might be like that troll under the bridge. They ain't had no friends. That were just mean. That was just under the bridge. So they may not have nobody to talk to. So moving forward, so you don't think should be mean if it benefits you. It's like slavery benefited white people, but it wasn't right. Okay, I get it. I'm with you, Krillinon. But these are the choices. These are the options I want people to think about. So I get it, and I'm with you on that. So I mean, if it's benefiting you, and so I'm just looking at the person's motivation, like what would motivate you as an individual. Not saying that it's right. I ain't saying that it's right. It's not right. I'm not saying that at all. So I hope that's not what it's coming off as. So ask yourself, how does this benefit me? Asking yourself, why is it that you want to do something like that? Like I said, you may be lonely, you may not have anybody to talk to. But then the other part, which is why I said Google 606 or whatever platform you do your searches on, 60636. If you saw that person live, would you do the same thing? Would you say the same thing? Would you do the same thing? Hmm? Hmm? That's what I want to know. You gonna step in somebody's face? You gonna step in somebody's face with those shenanigans? And you might, and you might. But you also have to understand that that other person has the right to respond. Huh. You might, you might want to step in somebody's face and say what you said, or do what you did. You just might. But you also have to understand, like y'all seen another professor say, Cletus, come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus says, yeah, you're gonna walk over here, but you might limp going back. Yeah, you're gonna limp going back. So ask yourself that. Would you do that if you saw that person, in person? It's like it's just like I said, I call it white van, no logo, no windows behavior. Weird. Like it's weird to me. And I don't know. People do it, so I'm guessing they're getting something out of it. I don't know. I don't know. But usually when you're minding your business and you're drinking your water, you know, you're just not concerned about people in that way. Like you're still, kind and, like to mankind, like that kind of stuff. But you're just not concerned in breaking people down. And for people to say, well, I got myself together and I'm feeling good about myself and I got high self-esteem, might be something missing. Y'all call me judgmental if you want to. I'm going to accept it. But I think it's something missing. If you own it and you got all those things going on, why you need to say that about somebody? I mean, why would you need to come and talk reckless to somebody, or about somebody? So yeah, anyway. So now back to the topic. But thank you so much, tubers. I got some tubers here that actually want to cooperate. And I know you all do. Because I actually have some people, I have some family members who don't have, and some friends who don't have social media apps, and which is why I want to keep the tube going. And I'll discuss that. I'll discuss that in a minute. So back to my talkers, but my tubers, I think I'm going to spend more time on the tube, and I'll tell you why. But so back to my talkers. So that daily heart me, when you're clicking that, that's again notifying the platform that you are a human being, that you are connected to the person whose room that you're in. If you don't want to give them a penny, I promise you, you ain't giving them nothing, because that's one penny and it goes to the house. It goes to the house. It don't go to the live host. So if you don't want to get them nothing, you don't have to. Just click that heart. You hit that heart, and it's gonna go straight to the house, and then you ain't giving them nothing. But it's one penny. It's one penny, one penny. So just like the scientist, the creator, who I saw before I came on here, was talking about. Okay, wait, let me go now and see if I see some more. Torn what? Oh, I'm in the U.S. I'm blinking twice. I'm in the U.S. So let me know where you're from. I am in the U.S. But just like she was talking about, like people will give up a lot of money for a celebrity, if you're on, a celebrity's live, and what are you getting back from that celebrity? Like, are you getting something back, or are you doing it or giving these bigger and bigger and bigger gifts in hopes that the celebrity will notice who you are and will say something? Thank you so much. And this is no, I'm not. I'm a little further south. Okay, let's go here. Okay, House of Flow. I don't know if you're still on here. There's some miserable people. And then, oh, let me say something else about that. Being on that spectrum of misery, I think it's something missing intellectually too. Again, say I'm being judgmental, I'm going to accept it. But I think it's something, it's like very playgroundish, you know, very playground. I think intellectually you are missing something if you feel the need to insult people who you don't even know. I think intellectually you missing something. Because if you real grown, you a grown person, you real mature, what are you trying to belittle someone else for? Like that is weird. That's what I call again, white van, no windows, no logo type of behavior. Like that's just weird to me. You got your whole life together, you're mature, you're healing or on a healing journey, or you minding your business and you drinking your water, but yet you feel the need, these bugs out here, but I told you I'm gonna thug it out for y'all. But you feel the need to down somebody else? What kind of shenanigans, malarkey, and foolishness is that? Ooh, these bugs are out here. But as long as I'm not getting bit, they just flying now. They ain't biting me. And if they start biting me, we're gonna have to shut this party down. Yeah, I think it's something to that. I really think that it is something to that. So now back to these gifts. So then there are certain things that you can or you can't say on the talk. On the tube, I think it is too, but I don't know if it's like as restricted. Thank you so much for liking the live. And so those of you all who are in the live on the talk, if you could, I would appreciate if you could tap on the screen if you're liking it. If you're not liking it, what you in here for? I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest with you all. It does get a little strange, and like I said, that one creator who I'm still connected to. I mean, I love her dearly, but yeah, I understand what she's saying. Like, why would you sit here all of this time? Why would you sit here all this time and watch this and you don't like it? Like, that's not computing well in my head. I'll just say that. I don't know how it's computing in your head, but it's not matching with what I know about, people doing things that they like. Like, you do the things that you like, and if you like it, it's okay to show a courtesy. But for whatever reason, some people are just like, nope, nope. If you ain't liking it, leave. Right. It's it's odd. It's odd to me. It's odd. Like, are you just sitting there so you can watch and then you can say negative stuff about it, about the person? What? That's just weirdness to me. That is weirdness to me. But as we started talking at the top of the hour about patience, about packing your patience, pack your patience in your self-care arsenal. So it's a plain black cap. It's a plain black cap. Nothing fancy, nothing fancy. I actually want to learn how to do head wraps. So I need a tutorial on head wraps because I really want to get into. This is I am Rupaka. Hey, what's up? I do want to get into head wraps. So I want to learn how to do head wraps. I wear caps like to protect my head. I like the look of those big summer hats, but I just think they would get in my way. I don't know why. I just think that I'm. You apparently have not seen me. Is that Carnell Zoid? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, House of Flow Wellness, because that comment was like so off. That comment was so off. You apparently have not seen me to make that kind of comment. But yeah, so I do the caps because I want to protect my head. We about to sign out. Thank you so much, Shy XXX, because people are starting to get a little bit beside themselves. But I just want to check in. So you have hats and stuff you want to try. Yeah, I want to try wraps. I do. I really want to try wraps because I like my hair. I have a lot of gray, but I want silver. So I kind of want to make this. Thank you, WG, for joining. Hello. I want to make this like this grand entrance with my silver locks, and they ain't cooperating. They are not cooperating. They're not. But I gotta pack my patience. That's one thing. I'm glad you said something, House of Flow Wellness. That's one thing I really got to pack my patience over because now my mom was silver, all silver by the time. Thank you so much for getting the heart me. She was all silver by the time she was 50 years old, but she started graying in her 30s. So when I see people and I'm asking them, so Islam from your neighbors. Hello. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, it takes a lot of patience. But I want them just all silver. I want them like Queen Ramonda on Black Panther. That's what I want. I want them silver and I want them long. So my mom had the silver hair. She washed her hair with that blue shampoo and purple shampoo, the Shimmering Lights from Avon. If anybody out there, if Shimmering Lights is still out there. But I wanted to just be there. And so that is a process for me. So I gotta fall back. Yeah, they take a lot. I do twist. I do twist from time to time, but then I change my mind and I want to slick back ponytail again. So that's where I am. So you had Lil Greg when you was 11 and the stress. Yeah, silver hair is gorgeous. Thank you so much, WG, for the gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But I do. I want it to just be there. So like the back is still dark. So the back is still dark, and then I got the whole Elvira looking thing with the silver. But I just want it all silver. So I got to make a decision. So am I gonna just follow the process all the way out, and just work with what's in between, or do I want to keep it covered until I'm ready to ta-da, 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 ta-da? So I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I want. That's what I think I want. And so my daughter did tell me to just try to like get some faux locks first, because she was like, "You saying this, and you may let your hair all the gray grow out, and then you get the locks and you don't like them." So, but I just think if I put like braids and stuff in my hair, I might take them right out. That's the only thing. Thank you so much for the community. Is it called the Community Fest gifts? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, WG. Oh, thank you so much. So that's what I got to pack my patience. That was good. So you're getting gray too. Yeah, mine started my 40s, maybe in my 40s. Yeah, I didn't. No, no, I didn't have any gray hair on my 40th birthday. So maybe my middle 40s. Yeah, maybe my mid 40s. I am in America. I'm blinking twice. We need help. Come over here and help us, y'all. Help us, help us. So you're 49 now? Okay. I'm 58. So I think it was my mid 40s. Have I had gray hair for 10 years? It may have been maybe 10, maybe almost 15 years. Yeah, but my 40th birthday, because I'm just thinking about like my pictures of my 40th birthday. I don't think I had gray hair. Yeah, I don't think or if I did, I may have had a couple straight. But no, it wasn't where I had to do, a lot to it. So now I'm just in this in this in between stage of, how are we going to move forward. But I'm doing good. So I haven't put, because I would use henna, because I didn't want to put like color or bleach or something like that. So I would just use, I'm going to say color with ammonia, because henna is a color. It's a plant color. But, I was using henna. So I was like, okay, let me just see if I can ride it out. So this is patience. I'm glad y'all brought that up. So this is me practicing patience as a part of my self-care and just seeing. So I don't look 58. Thank you so much. I am 1967. I'm 58. I'm 58 years old. So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm hoping like, okay, so now I kind of have my sights set on my 60th birthday, right? So it's like, well, maybe when I turn 60, then it'll all be silver. If it's all silver, then I can make a big grand entrance, at the age of 60. Like, okay, let's bust out, with the silver. So we'll see. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, but I'm 58. I was born in 1967. That's why I have to tell people, like when I make references and stuff, I don't know if I'm dating myself when I make references like different TV shows or different things. So no more greens help to avoid gray. Oh, okay. Spirulina will help you to avoid. Well, mine is here now, so I don't know if it's gonna reverse it. Now my threader, who does my eyebrows, she's Indian, from India, and they use, and I've heard this before from threaders I had before, but the one I have now is saying the same thing. Castor oil. They use castor oil like on their eyebrows and in their hair as well, to stop the gray or slow the gray. But I mean, I got a lot. Like mine is here now, so I don't know if I want it reversed. I just want one color. That's what I do. I want one color naturally. I don't want to bleach it, because then that bleach is going to be too harsh, on my hair, and I don't want to do it that way. So me and the Lord just got a few things that we got to work out. That's all. Me and the Lord got to work out. I got my coconut water. I got my coconut water and my lime juice, but I gotta. I put some ginger in it too. Let me shake that up, cause we're not supposed to be we're not supposed to be on screen with these things. It's coconut water talk. So I got to go to the side. But yeah, this is my coconut water, lime juice, and ginger. But I got to go off screen so I could take a sip, because then they're going to say I was doing stuff on screen, and I was not. But that's the wet my whistle. Oh, see, here they are back with the color. You have a color spectrum? Yeah. Mine is not quite. So even if, I like the salt and pepper that's pretty even. Mine ain't even like that. It's just disrespectful. It'd be all over the place, all over the place, all over the place. Yep, my hair is natural as well. But now this I will say this. Again, it's not an advertisement. I'm gonna spell it out because I don't know how the tube is about it, but the talk could be saying I was trying to sell. I'm gonna spell it out. So the bottles are, the color is pink. The brand is starts with an L, ends with an S. So Luster apostrophe S. For natural hair, they have a new line that's out. Hey, Korea, what's going on? So they have a new line out, and it's been taming these grays, baby. It's been working, and gives it sheen because they use vegetable glycerin in their new products. So yeah, okay, Ricardo, we're gonna have to send you on over to the principal's office. Okay, Ricardo needs to go see the principal. Okay, Ricardo, get on over to the principal. Get on over to the principal's office, Ricardo, because you over there clowning. You weren't here when I talked about that. You weren't here when I talked about that. That white van, no logo, no window type of behavior. We're not into that over here. We're not into that over here. We're talking about self-care. We're talking about healing. But that oregano oil, I'm going to look into that. I wonder if it'll even it out. So I can't remember who said that. White van. Okay, when you see a white van, no windows and no logo, what do you think? See, like I said, I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s. So what we learned about white vans, I don't know if they still learn that about white vans. That's what I'm saying. We learned about stranger danger. So do they still teach about stranger danger in school? But that's what I mean. So Crispy 812, that's what I mean. White van, no logo. Because I mean, the white van ain't the issue. Because you see like carpet companies, air duct cleaning, electricians, they're in a white van, but they have a logo on it, and then sometimes they have windows. So that right. I'm saying a white van, no logo, no windows. Behavior. Yeah. Driving at 1 or 2 miles an hour. Yeah, through the neighborhood with a bag of candy. That's what I'm talking about. That kind of behavior. That's what I mean by that. That's what I mean by white van behavior. But yeah. So we packing patience this week. Is that what we doing? Is that what we doing? We packing patience this week? This was good stuff. I enjoyed the conversation. I hope you all enjoyed the conversation today. So the lime green ones with people giving out candy. See, I haven't seen the lime green van. Right, definitely don't take no candy. That's what we learned. The stranger danger. Yes, yeah. It's the creepies. But I haven't seen the lime green. Are you talking about the lime green van? Have I seen the lime green van? Hmm, I don't know. Is it lime green with no logo and no windows? We learned about the white van. The white van. Or their white pickup. So look. So when you get child, yes, Mark, we over here in America. Come help us. Come help us. We over here in America. The other one is the white pickup. So you know how when you watch, well, at least me, I like watching those shows, that have the white van. White van, like the van that you drive, no logo on it and no windows. That's what I mean when you have that type of behavior. It's weird. That's weird behavior. No. White van. White van. A white van. So you driving a white van, no logo, no windows. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But what about the white pickup truck? So I watch those shows, the crime shows when you have to solve stuff. And remember when if they would grab somebody, they throw them in the back of the pickup truck, and then they have like maybe a dog or something on the back of the pickup truck, and the dog is walking around, but the person is tied up in the back of the truck. That's another one too. That's another one. Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not doing this. We ain't doing no political stuff. We over here talking about some self-care, child. Politics be getting people's nerves up. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. This ain't the channel for that, child. We talking about some self-care. Thank you so much, House of Flow Wellness. Because, yeah, we not talking about that. Child. Because, yeah. Thank you so much, House of Flow Wellness. We not doing that. We not doing that. We not doing that. Thank you so much. So talkers, we're gonna wind this party down. Thank you so much, tubers, and thank you so much for those of you all who have hung in there. And I'm glad I stayed because I have enjoyed you all. And I do appreciate all of my tubers who come in and who hang in there when we get the white van, no logo, no window, people on the misery spectrum who decided they want to get froggish and jump in the comments and they ain't done their research on who the host is. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Thank you so much for hanging there for us. For all of my talkers, thank you for being diligent for coming back on Sundays. We will be back next Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and this is the Self Care Suite. And this is where we come to kick off our shoes, relax our feet, and discuss the many ways to wellness. We also exchange sustainable, useful, low cost, or no cost self care strategies because our financial challenges should not stop us from investing in our self care every single day. We should have something we should do for ourselves every single day. Hey, Korea, and the weather is nice. Hello, hello, hello. Yep, no political or creepy behavior. Y'all heard my mod over here. She said you're gonna be kicked out. She got her boots on the ground. She ready for you. She ready for you. What's up, Korea in the house? Thank you so much for joining. So pack your patience. Is that our lesson for today? Pack your patience, and you don't even have to be nice to people. You don't have to be kind to people, but think about the things that you may say to people and how that may impact people. We are living in a world, and we don't really know the direction that the world is going in. You don't know what people are dealing with on a daily basis. You don't know who people know when you decide that you want to get froggish and jump into somebody's comments. Like I said, you just don't know. You don't know who I know. That's like I tell people, if I'm out on the trail, don't ever mistake that I'm out there alone. Just because you don't see another person with me, don't mistake. Because I be in the woods, I be hanging in the woods, but don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake and run up on me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I can say. That's all I'm at liberty to say out here. That's all I'm at liberty to say right about now. So, yep, pack your patience. I don't know it's 39. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? 39 degrees in Korea. I think that's Celsius because we do Fahrenheit. I think it's 39 Celsius. So we got to do some calculations, Korea. We got to do some calculate. Wait, let me see. So 39 degrees Celsius is how much in Fahrenheit? Who knows off the top of your head? Who knows the formula? Who knows the formula? So let's go. So he said 39 degrees. I think it's, so he said that's why you keep your contact with other human beings at a very limited level. You don't eat in public places either. If I can't see my food being prepared, I don't eat it. That's wise. That is why my family say I be getting us kicked out. They say I get us kicked out of the place. I don't. I just be asking questions. Now what I do, I prefer to go to a vegan restaurant. And the reason why, to me, because there's a certain consciousness that's put into vegan food. So that's my preference. I'm going to go. And then they want to educate you on the food that you're eating. That's what I love about going into vegan restaurants. So when I go somewhere, if I'm in a unfamiliar place, thank you so much for liking the live on the talk. When I go to an unfamiliar place, I'm looking up vegan restaurants near me. If I have to go out and eat somewhere, but you're right. I don't be eating everybody's cooking. Child, no. Child, no. I eat before I go places. Okay, this ain't coming up. I don't know why this not coming up. It's just buffering. But yeah. They don't just throw stuff together. They don't. They work with foods, right? They work with foods. They work with how food's gonna operate, in your body. Even though they don't know your actual body, they know the general benefits of a food item. And then you also have the option to choose what you feel may work best in your body. I love it. I mean, I love being in vegan restaurants. I mean, I really do. Like I said, there's a certain consciousness that goes along with the food. Now, is every single restaurant the same? No. But just in general, vegan restaurants, there's a certain consciousness that goes behind preparing the food. But yeah, you got to be wise. You got to be wise. And then when people, look, now Donald Hill, this is what I don't understand. When people go in restaurants and you go in the restaurant cussing people out, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You don't be cussing out nobody that be fixing your food. You don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be cussing at the people who preparing your food. Like, really? You get your food first. I'm just saying, if you got to cuss somebody out, get your food first. Get your food. Don't be cussing them out and then they got to go in the back and you say what you better do. They're going to be out there like, what was her name? Leslie Uggam. Kizzy. See, again, remember I told you I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s. Did y'all see Roots? At the end with Miss Ann was acting like she ain't know Kizzy. Kizzy was like, I got your number. I got your number. And they grew up together. She acted like she ain't know her. Kizzy went in there back and brought her that water back. I'm just saying. Y'all let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about, what scene I'm talking about in Roots. That was like towards the end, when Kizzy was a grown woman and Miss Ann had grew up and came back and, she came back to the place and tried to act like she ain't know Kizzy. Kizzy's like, I got your number. Yeah, don't mess with people who cook your food. Don't be in there cussing them people out in the restaurant. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I want you all to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Invest in your self-care, especially with this climate of what we're dealing with today, in today's world, and just how short-tempered people are towards one another, how mean people are towards one another. Protect yourself, protect your peace. I'm not saying just fall down and just accept anything from anybody, but some things, choose your battles. That's all I'm gonna say. Choose your battles. Some things are not even worth it. Kind of, give people their space. Make sure you're in a safe place. Like I said, you don't have to be a punk. You don't have to cower down, to anybody. But some things are not worth it, and some people really are on what I call the spectrum of misery. Some people really are, and it's a lot of people past the halfway mark on the high end. A lot. And I'm discovering that, and especially the more I'm, putting myself out on social media, it's some miserable people. It's some real miserable people. When I see some of the comments, I'm not judging them. I'm just wondering. Again, like I told you, I'm a psych major, so I'm wondering, the motivation behind that. Like you talk about somebody's kids. Oh no, kids off limits. At least where I come from, the area I come from, kids and mamas. Oh no. That's off limits. Them squabble up words. Those are the words that'll get you taken care of. Let's just say that. But you don't talk about nobody's kids. And then the child cannot defend themselves against you as an adult. Well, let me take you back. But them pandemic babies, them pandemic babies are a little different. They might be able to stand up to an adult. I'm just saying, them pandemic babies might. But you know what I'm saying. Like, the children are in at a disadvantage when it comes to an adult. So the kids, mama, sick folks, yeah, off limits, things you cannot help. There is off limits. It is off limits. That's if how to play the game. Let's just say that if you know how to play the game, it's just certain things that's off limits. You got to be able to stand on your own. Go toe to toe to whoever your opponent is. Don't be bringing everybody in. Don't bring everybody else into the argument or into the debate or into the commentary. Don't do that. Don't do that. Baby, pandemic baby. That's why I had to reroute. Because them pandemic babies will teach you something about yourself. They will teach you something about yourself. But even if you're not, like I said, you don't have to be nice, you don't have to be kind if that's something that you're not choosing, but just mind your business. When you begin to mind your business and when you begin to invest in your own self-care, there are so many things that's going to keep you busy taking care of you. You really don't have time to be out there messing with somebody else. Like that, it's a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work and it's going to take a lot of energy to go and try and break somebody else down. And again, like I said in the beginning, what does that do for you? What does breaking down somebody else do for you? Like you have to answer that question. So if you're saying, well, I've decided that I'm going to make this comment about this person at this particular time, what does that do for you? What does that give you? What kind of satisfaction? What kind of joy? What kind of relief? What kind of fulfillment does it give you to break somebody else down? Again, like I said, I identify a person that would do something like that as being spectrum of misery. Ask yourself your motivation for being mean. That's a good question. That's a good question to ask yourself. And in the meantime, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. We made it, y'all. I think the bugs may have left me alone a little bit, but we made it, y'all. And I thank you all. I thank you all for being here. And we'll be back next Sunday. Oh, tubers. This is what I was going to say before we shut it down. So tubers, I made a commitment in the beginning of the year that because so Sunday is I'm in my hammock now. So Sundays is my chill day. It's my cool out day. So I made a commitment towards the beginning of the year that I'm gonna come on the talk Sundays, Sunday afternoon, because that's usually when people are like in between things. So if they either gone to church or gone to brunch or went out and did some meditation in the park, whatever. So that middle of the day, that 3 o'clock, just seemed to be a magic hour to me. That was I ain't put no science behind it, but I figured that was like, towards the middle of the day, and it is not too late into your evening that you're not able to take care of stuff and get prepared for the week. So I said, well, I'll utilize that time, space, a span of an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long the conversation goes. And I'm going to do that for a year, is what I said. So I do have to say this so I can stay committed. I can stay committed. So this is, more about, me sticking to my word, my integrity. And I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it. So I said I was going to do that on the talk. So then I wanted to bring my tubers in because at some points I was bringing the tubers in and I got a lot of interaction on the tube, but then I got a lot of the shenanigans that we saw today. So I got to go back and check my settings. So I'm going to keep including my tubers for as long as I can. And thank you all again for being so patient. And thank you as well, my talkers, for being patient, as we took care of things on the tube. And thank you so much, House of Flow Wellness, for being a moderator to take care of on the tube. But what I'm finding, and we're mid-year, which is why this is why I'm saying this. But what I'm finding is on the talk, there needs to be a higher energy level in terms of entertaining people to maintain people's attention. That's just what I'm finding. On the tube, people come because I'm a tuber, right? So if I wanted to go to something first, I'm gonna go to a tuber. But people are coming and they're understanding and knowing that when they come on the tube, they're not coming for 30 seconds. Like they're not coming for somebody to entertain them for 30 seconds, or else they're gonna leave, or and they don't want to do it. They know that they're coming to learn something. If it's to be entertained, if it's to catch up on a show, so they know they're gonna spend a substantial amount of time on the tube. So that's my people. That's my tribe. Talkers, I love you all. I mean, 'cause I'm building a community and I'm loving it because I get a chance to interact with people like all over. So I do love that. So now I'm at that midpoint, in the year to whereas, I'm just thinking about, okay, so do I want to stay focused on the talkers in this live capacity? Because I also, and I'll let you all know tubers as well, I also go live on the talk for something else. And if you're new here, I'll explain that as well. So I'm also already going live. So it's like I have two things I'm going live with on the talk, but only one thing I'm going live with on the tube. So I'm thinking I may do more of the like my silent nature walks and my self-care suites on the tube and my Pilates on the talk. So I'm hoping that makes sense. So for talkers, for you all who don't know, we're on live Mondays and Fridays, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that's for my subscribers, and you'll hit that gold star there. And so you're getting 8 classes in a 4-week month. And if it's a 5-week month, you're getting 9 or 10 classes for the low. I promise you it's for the low. Hit that gold star. You'll see. And you'll be like, what? I get all these Pilates classes for this price? Yes. So that's what I'm working on. That's what but I'm gonna stick to my word, what I said, on the talk. I am gonna ride this thing out through December. But I'm just, at this midpoint, thinking that it just may be more feasible, as a business owner, to do the longer conversations on the tube and then the classes on the top. But I'm gonna fill it out. But yeah, that's what I want to bring up on that as well. But for now, we riding out together. We riding out together side by side. We're gonna ride this thing out and see how it goes. And again, I do appreciate you. If you came in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or if you've been here the entire time, I appreciate you. I don't take this opportunity, this privilege lightly for me to be able to pour into you, for you to be able to pour into me. So it's a good idea to split them. Is that what you're saying, House of Flow Wellness? To keep the longer conversations on the tube and the classes on the top? Let me know if that's what you mean. Because that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. But let me know if that's what you mean is the good idea. That's what I'm leaning towards. But I won't make that decision, like the total decision, until December. But that's kind of what I am leaning towards. And so that way I won't feel so pulled to try and figure this thing out. It'll give me more direction, as a business owner. It'll give me more direction. So then I know when it's time for our self-care conversations, we're going to the tube. We're going to sit down, we're going to talk, we're going to exchange these ideas. And then when it's time to get into the classes, we're coming over to the talk. But in the meantime, I am going to go live from different spaces. I got a class, outside class at the beach on the 4th in Chicago. I'm going to be in Chicago on the beach on the 4th. And then I also just partnered up with another space, which is in the city of Chicago in Bronzeville. So if you're watching and you're from Chicago and you're in Bronzeville, we got a gift for you. We got a gift for you on the 4th of July. So that's the big day. That's the big day. We're going to be in the city. It's a good idea, but I can also have one in the background. So maybe TikTok is the main for. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So I'm, it's the middle of the year. So I'm, weighing them out and see the direction we're going to go in. But, as long as I'm able to go outside around Chicago, land, and Northwest Indiana. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Yep. That's a good idea. So as long as I'm out to go, able to go outside and show you all the different nooks and crannies and the gyms in the city of Chicago as well as in Indiana, don't sleep on Indiana. So if you're in Chicago and you think you got to be stuck at them crowded beaches, you don't. You can go to Indiana. You can go to Indiana. I don't want to say it too loud, but I mean, I'm sharing. I'm sharing. I ain't gonna be no gatekeeper. But look, Indiana done start putting them pay meters. They done start putting them pay meters. It used to be just all free, but now they doing like Chicago. They down there doing like Chicago over there in Indiana. But there is another spot, and I've been over there twice this year so far outside. But there is another spot in Indiana that don't have to pay meters. There's no beach. It's a lake, but there's no beach. But it's a beautiful scenery if you want to walk or ride your bike, but there's no beach. But the beaches in Indiana starting to charge. What I mean, why? Why? Oh, there's one other one I need to check to see if they're charging. I'm gonna go live from there if they're not. Not today, but I'm gonna go over there and see. But there's one beach. It's kind of like is behind the casino. So I may have to go over there and check that out and see if they start charging back there. Because I don't think they have. I don't know. I haven't been there over there this year. But it's a nice spot. So I'm going to go over there and check and see. But yeah, on that note, we're going to sign out. We're going to sign out. We're going to land this plane. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to see you all next Sunday. Peace. Take it like tubers. I'm going to let you guys out first.